Alrighty, here we are back, ready to do Act 2 properly this time, hopefully. Picking up last time, this is the hero I'm using, Vayne. I decided to show her off a little before I start. So this is her. I have 5 pieces of Talrasha, but because of my Can Cube power, I get, it doesn't show it here, but I get the full 6 set, which is what we've been doing. I have that so I can use a couple of ancient items that I have better of in the slots here and head and belt. Recently in patch 2.3, I think it was, introduced Kanai's Cube, which allows you to extract powers from weapons, armor, and accessories and equip them as additional skills, basically. So, for my skills, I'm using Electrocute main. You've seen that. I use the Wicked Wind Energy Twister so it stays in place. And Energy Twister is really good for me because I use the Twisted Sword as my Kanai Cube sword power. I get 150% bonus damage from Energy Twister for each Energy Twister that I have out. So, and then as you saw me do last time, Energy Twister pulls in lesser enemies within 30 yards periodically, so it sets up kill zones for my meteors, which are really powerful. Speaking of which, Nilfer's Boast increases the damage of my meteors by 100%, by 200% if it hits 0 or fewer enemies. That does stack with the meteors that are sent by the second set of Talrasha's armor. 4-piece set bonus of Talrasha gives a bit of resistance to... it increases all my resistances by 25% whenever I use the attacks, so the more I use them, the more I stay alive, as well as doing more damage. I talked a bit about the stack last time with the 6 set. Attacks increase my damage by 500% for each second's each item stack, so it actually goes up to 2,000 when I have all 4 going. I also get a bonus from Restraint and Focus, doing 50% more damage each time I use a resource generating attack or primary skill, aka my Lightning Blast, and then again when I use any of my other abilities. I have Energy Armor, Pinpoint Barrier to increase crit chance and increase my defense, and Magic Weapon, Force Weapon for 20% more damage as well on top of everything else. Using Meteor and Blizzard for my fire and ice, and they're just pretty simple, snowbound. I believe someone makes it cheaper, and Meteor Shower for the many meteors, because that's the best overall that is fire-based. The biggest one, the Impact Meteor, has a 15-second cooldown, so I don't want to use that as much, because then I can't stack it with all my other abilities. Unstable Anomaly lets me stay alive when I get killed once every 60 seconds, which is pretty valuable. Puts a shield on me as well. Audacity just deals damage when things get close to me, because things get close a whole lot. Blur reduces the damage I take, and Elemental Exposure causes me to do even more damage to enemies when I hit them with multiple elements, which is the whole basis of this set bonus. Ingyam is all I have for a weapon. It's not very good in my set. It doesn't really do anything at all, but it's the best weapon I've got overall. Bowjanglers are just another ancient Deathwatcher Mantle, same thing, though that explosion for damage is another powerful ability. For gems, I have Wreath of Lightning, which isn't quite at level 25 yet. I should have gotten it there before starting a speedrun, because that would give me even more movement speed. Pain Enhancer gives me Blood Frenzy to do a whole lot more damage and causes enemies to bleed for huge damage. And finally, Wildebeest Gizzard gives me great life per second and a protective shield around most of the time. And of course, Crumb's Buff Belt causes me to gain 25% run speed as long as I'm not taking damage, so that's pretty valuable too. So that's the setup I've got. Now, we've done that. We're going to go ahead and start the game. Get into Act 2. And Act 2 is probably my least favorite of the acts, really. I don't like the desert much, but there's some interesting things in here. You do finally get the coolest companion. I generally find, for this particular setup, the Templar is more useful to me, but I do like Irena the most of all the companions. Oh, I really don't care if they're in the rocks or anything else. Okay. This is one of the areas where it's pretty much set. Attacked him first. This kind of area is set pretty much on where everything goes, so I want to get to a particular area. This is... No, it does go into this area. Good. This isn't the... Yeah. Here's the first secret altar. Splat. And now the other one is in the opposite corner of this land. No, I don't want to help the others. I'm speedrunning. You don't do side quests on speedrunning. I did one small one last time. Can't remember even which one it was, but not gonna do any here, sorry. Can't afford to. Oh, that's not quite yet. Splat. Except for possibly the Witch Doctor's pets, there's nothing better than the Wizard's mass destruction spells for just fire and forget, at least on this setup. If I was doing another set... Oh crap, come on, come on, come on. Stupid cold enchanted. As you say. But anyway, just being able to drop AoEs everywhere and then let them go makes it pretty easy to get through all of this. And that's pretty much a straight trek north, the Kasim outpost. Except that that is a dead end. Intriguing. Oh, I have to go slightly around. How annoying. Oh well. As I say, this is mostly just for fun and not really that different from what I've got normally. If I were serious about speedrunning, I'd probably find some way of making use of teleport. I'd increase all of my... put all my stats into run speed and possibly level up my Wreath of Lightning as well, just for the 25% occasional boost that gives. And here's the Kasim outpost, super easy. Let's go ahead and trigger that, just in case. This whole area is pretty simple compared to most, at least on the storyline. I hate coming to this area on adventure mode when you're doing stories because it's a much different story. They'll put you have to go to dungeons, and they could be on either side of the Kasim outpost, so you really don't know. Goodness, I wish you'd all appear at once, though. Da 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 da. I skip lots of cutscenes and stuff, but some of the trigger points are still annoyingly hard to do. Flat. Whee! Woo! Hordes and hordes of enemies chasing me. I don't care. Road to Alcanis. Probably gonna find a purple guy here. Yep, he's almost always here on story mode. Voila. Yeah, go ahead and do your rituals, summon your guys, I really don't care. Yes, I can. Darn walls. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I saved 2 caged prisoners, when did I do that? Magda is not too intimidating. When you're a little weak, she can be a little tough with all of her ads, but I do enough damage fast enough that she'll die before too much happens.
Need more arcane power. Magda has paid for your death. Be at peace, my friend.
Another triumph for righteousness. Let the wicked shred.
Okay, that's part 1 gone. Now we have to go rescue Leia, who got herself captured, trying to sneak into the palace through the sewers. Yeah, even if you, Crumb's buff belt is really good for speedrunning, though. It just, in this circumstance, just based on the, fact that when you aren't fighting, running around town and everything, you're getting that 25% speed boost. Skip this event. These guys are so annoying since they become invincible. When you have to fight them, they're annoying. That's the problem, is that this Act 2 is that there's way too many of those circumstances. When you just run away from them, it's fine, because they can't attack you either. But when you're, see, like, in this instance, they're taking all this time, then they're gonna go invisible, they don't bother me. What? Oh, one survived. Da 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 da, yeah, da 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 da. Ta-da! Into the sewers we go. Whoa, now we need to find the wretched pit. Yeah, your mother is alive, unfortunately. Spoilers. Not a good thing. Some of the effects in this game. A lot of people still prefer Diablo 2, but I actually never finished Diablo 2 as much as I played it. I mentioned before, if you've followed my videos, you've heard me talk about what a completionist I am. And Diablo 2 is really, really hard to complete since it kept resetting, specifically the jungle. I could never get past Act 3 in the jungle because it was too huge, and they had all these bonus dungeons, and so it just, I could never sit down enough sitting at the time. being in high school and everything at the time for that, having so many other things that needed to get done, trying to get through all of that was just too much for me to worry about. I'd get too frustrated, and I just never wanted to run through everything like this. Diablo 3 is a lot better because the maybe it's just partially because my mentality has changed and I have a little more patience for not striving to get every little thing and being frustrated by it. But the thing is that the setup is just different when you're dealing with a game like Diablo 3, where, you know, I skip a lot of stuff when I'm doing adventure mode, for instance. But normally when I do story mode, I like to explore every nook and cranny as usual and try and grab every chest and kill every monster. But it's not actually a big deal because I've gone through it so many times that it's, you know, it's just old hat, second hat, and all that. Especially at level 70. Right now I have so much good gear and so much stuff. Artifacts are the only things worth worrying about. I like talking to everybody, getting all the things. I've got most of the major basic kind of achievements, but mostly that just to clear the way. I have no idea, but let's try this way. I don't like it. Dead end. These guys aren't dead end again. Crap. Whoa. Okay, now they're starting to do damage. Oh, blast. Oh, Gall Arcane. A Lot the Slayer. That's my favorite name of theirs. A Lot. My name is A Lot. Really? I don't think that's an appropriate name for anybody except maybe, you know, Plague Insects. Doesn't look like that's gone off, but oh well. Here's one of the worst parts, because the frickin' Forgotten Ruins I'm looking for could be any flippin' where. Most likely they're somewhere in this southern portion, but where exactly that could be, who knows. Plus Wall's gonna have to deal with him. Vortex and Waller. Yeah, if I don't kill him, he'll keep getting in my way. Such a pain. Don't think there's anything down here, but last time I was doing this, it's never going to be through a place like that. This is the part where the RNG is bad, because it just could be placed at any of these points. Those flowers are really funny, because they do damage to anything that gets close to them, and they go off when something first does approach. That looks like a dead end too, so it must be that way. I was thinking that wasn't the path. So you can lead guys into there and they'll take huge damage. At low level they don't do anything at all, at least not to you, but the damage ramps up so much that they actually do a huge amount of damage too. So let's see that. Instantly kill the little fallen, they'll almost kill the birds. Just from that stupid little flower going off. Probably somewhere out here there's a key warden as well, who are really troublesome, although this is the least intimidating of the key wardens. He's still not somebody I want to mess with either. Okay, not around this area. Okay, not as close as I would hope it would be to the northern part, but at least I found it now, so I can use that for a quick getaway. If and when I find the Forgotten Ruins. The Desolate Sands is the only other place, but overall this place isn't too bad for needing to search through things. Not like Act 1, I think, is one of the worst ones for possibly having a whole bunch of different stuff in a whole bunch of different places. Having a Templar who doesn't die is really nice too, because I'll always have that guy ready to heal me and stuff. Ah,
The likely place to hide the head of a deranged sorcerer.
agreed.
You dare attack me?
Yeah, I wonder how much time I would have saved by having the Woo! I've got like walls. That might end up stopping me. We'll see. Depends on how clever they get with them. Okay, now they're stopping me. You the Waller? Okay, I'm gonna have to take care of you. He actually ended up following me pretty darn well.
I've been healed.
There. Was this really simple straight path? No, that's a dead end. Okay, so where could I go? I'm going to imagine that it's... Why didn't... Every time I reset the story, probably. I had to reset the story and actually do this again because I did a video. That's one of the nice things about this in Diablo 3, though. It saved my progress and all this. I did Act 2 a couple of days ago, actually, and have been trying the last couple of days to upload it, but the video file was corrupted, and I'm not having... Oh, thank goodness. Easy find. Having difficulty with the video file, still trying to get a good one to upload stuff. The biggest problem I have, though, is that I can record in as high quality as I like, but my upload speed is not particularly good. You can't get good upload internet out here in the mountain desert, not at least on my budget. I'd probably have to contact the company and pay some sort of special premium for... no, sorry. I have far more important things to do, like talk to Adria, which I need to do, but I'm kind of busy moving on. I need to get safe so I can. Ah, darn it. Ready for bleeding. Okay. Come on. So I was trying a much higher quality. I myself was rather disappointed with the quality of my last video. I mean, it worked and everything, and it was cool, but it was really low quality video. It ended up being uploaded. A lot of these things will lower the quality in order to make it easier to upload for me. But turned out not to work all that well because it just looked pretty bad, so I decided to see if I could go for a higher quality and test that out, but as it turned out, it didn't do much good. I was using XSplit for the last one, as you saw, and I tried to use it for Act 2 as well, and it ended up I overrode the low quality of the so I overrode the low quality enhancement to try and get as high quality as I could, and it was very high quality, and I had a 5 gig video for an hour run, and it also ended up getting corrupted about 2/3 of the way through, so it wouldn't upload at all anyway, even when I tried a couple of different things, so now I have to do Act 2 over again. I'm just going back to Plays TV. It's a little bit limited, but it does what I need it to. probably after this. Oh, gall. That's must be that way. I hope. It's a little bit limited, but it does what I do, especially since I mostly just like uploading emulated games. Now that I've figured out how to get that... You're kidding me. Now that I've got Place TV uploading in decent enough quality... What a maze. Keep interrupting myself with my frustration over this place. Now that it's uploading okay for me on... whatchamacallit at least, for my emulated Super Nintendo games. That's what I mostly enjoy doing, and that looks perfectly fine now that I figured out how to get it working right, so I'll just stick to that. I doubt I'll do much with Diablo after I do finish off this speedrun, because it's fun and all, but there's lots of good Diablo stuff out there, and probably in better quality than mine, so... Just for my few personal fans, I wanted to show off my high-powered guys. Yes, skip. Next. How are we doing? We've been at about 20 minutes. That's not too bad. Oh, another goblin. As much as I want to kill goblins, I'm not going to be able to, probably. Goodness gracious, too many things here. But hooray for kill zones. That's just going backwards. That's going to be a dead end. This is actually the way I want to go. I hope that this isn't a dead end too, because this is a long way with a lot of monsters. Goodness, are they thick this time around. Aha, voila. That wasn't too bad. Covetous Jen is such an amusing character. Voiced by my sister who follows voice actors, knows all, and recognizes Covetous Jen as Jim Cummings, who is the voice of Minx in Baldur's Gate 2, one of my other favorite characters of all time. Minx is hilarious. Minx can boo, shout out to you. Goodness gracious. They seem to be a lot thicker than they were last time I was doing this. What? Alrighty. Now I have to deal with the Desolate Sands. Yes, I'm sure. We really thought it was a good idea when he's making comments like that. Okay, we have to find the Vault of the Assassin and the Cave of the Betrayer, and they could be anywhere. Ooh, another waller I'm trying to run from. That may or may not work. Just experience, darn. Walls. Frozen! Oh, set. Boots, huh? They are veers, it looks like. Crap. Voila. That actually makes me go faster in addition to doing blasts of coolness, so doesn't look like there's anything here, but you don't know unless you check. Okay, nothing. Yeah, worst part of Act 2, because you have to find not one, but two. Separate dungeons out in the middle of this huge area. With lots of crazy monsters. At least most of them aren't too fast. Even the ones that are kind of fast, like the Panther, spend way too much time. Bile Cavern I don't need. Way too much time jumping around rather than actually just attacking you. So, we're grateful for that. Bugs are really scary on a casual when you're trying to fight them, especially because they do so much damage and they're hard to track down. They're kind of not bad in a speedrun though, just because they're so easy to avoid. I got trapped on this side of the thing, which may or may not be a good thing. Insect swarms are kind of bad though. That's just something. Oh. Okay, here's the Vault of the Assassin. I can feel my blood. Okay. They're not very clear about the fire chains. How annoying. But Vault of the Assassin would seem to be that this place was made by the Herodrim. This place, because they were the assassins trying to kill Sultan Kul. Sultan Kul wasn't the assassin, so he would have been in the Cave of the Betrayer, because he betrayed the Herodrim. See, it just doesn't make much sense. It's just random places where look for this stuff, and whatever. Excuses to go to places and kill things. That's all Diablo is. I really liked Leia, and I was completely unaffected when she turned into Diablo. Spoilers again, sorry. But I mean, it's just like, yeah, after we... Oh, that isn't what I want, though. I thought that was it, because it was blinking, but it is not.
How does that feel?
Nothing. Lots of guys. Lots of bad guys.
I must wait longer.
Crap. Wow, that's kind of funny. I really trapped myself in a bad place. Shielding, even. Frickin' shielding. Did I just kill both of them? Yeah, luckily I do enough damage. That'll kill it off. Powered Shrine isn't bad. Three hits, 3 misses. 3 swings, 3 misses, rather. Hahaha, jeez. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Okay, I'm pretty sure Cave of the Betrayer is further south, so I need to find the way around. Haha, I found that. That's good. Maybe it not be? I'll just have to keep exploring. Oh, somebody's tossing mortars at me. Teleporter's way too far back unless it's hidden back there. I'm not even sure. Ah. Naturally.
Some of my blood is within that cave.
This is level 1, so I need to find level 2 as soon as possible. Oh, a goblin. I see more goblins when I can't go after them than I do when I can. Alrighty.
I am so good. I astound myself.
This looks like a likely place forward. At least not so many spiders this time around. Oh god, arcane enchanted. Well, tiny spiders, but oh, blast, blast, blast.
I must wait longer.
Oh, I was saying. Here's going to be death number 1 today. Dying is sometimes better when it lets you escape from situations like that. Hey, here we go. I can feel it. Victory.
If only they could see me now.
Level 2s are generally a lot smaller. So I should be able to make it through here pretty quickly. As long as I can avoid the spider spit. Oh dear my.
I need healing. I must wait longer. If only they could see me now.
Dead end. Where the heck then?
I wish I could do that. I grow weak.
Oh yeah, I forgot all these guys were here too.
Archives are at the northern tip of the desolate sands.
Okay, 3 more little dungeons to go, 2 bosses, 1 crazy event I hate.
I had to build all of this black. I don't like the look of this place.
I actually think this is one of the cooler areas in the game, though.
Looks like I got here just in time.
Beyond these
Plagued. Plague tends to be one of the less intimidating possibilities. Certain points it can... Walling, actually, in Jailer. Not intimidating, but super frustrating because of the fact that you can't move.
I need arcane power. Health returns.
Wallers and Jailers combined with Arcane Enchanted gets very, very, very intimidating. I'll probably talk about that a lot. Arcane Enchanted is one of the very worst you can do. Frozen, right up there with it.
If only they could see me now.
Left, right, forward. Oh,
all men become Nephilim and ushered in a golden age. But my Herodic brothers could not accept man's true destiny.
this is actually a lot quicker than finding any other way out. Teleport back to the archives, run to the next one. I think one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because that few things have been training me to have a speedrun mentality than Diablo, because there's just so many little things that make the game easier that are the kind of stuff you do in speedruns, whether it's ignoring items you don't need when you're trying to finish a greater rift quickly or some other rift quickly, or
I need healing. I wish I could do that.
whether it's finding the easiest way to avoid enemies. And how on earth did I take that much damage? Just trying to avoid enemies and find the quickest ways to get through places. Actually, and I'm still not doing it right. With the map function, you can teleport to places. I could just skip right to the archives of Zoltan Kuhl. Again, straight from here. If I was quicker on the uptake with that. Ooh, another horde. I think I'll go this way.
I'm badly wounded.
And it was so peaceful. Ha! I'm getting lucky.
End times are upon us. But do you truly believe that Belial and Azrael could have engineered these events? This must be the shadow. Let us be done with this. The Horadrim did all
Those spirits hilariously go through moments where they're nothing and moments where they're actually really scary.
You dare attack me?
They've nerfed them and increased their damage a couple of different times when they're at their peak of scariness, either because of difficulty or because they over buffed them. They start draining your life and you just die. Then they're not in a particularly difficult position either because of low difficulty, or they've just not very, they've been nerfed again. They aren't even noticeable. They're only annoying to kill because they float around and move through out of bounds places. Well, a protection shrine keeps me alive a little bit.
How does that feel?
Okay, where then? This way it looks like. Somewhat annoying for breaking my Krelm's buff belt, of course, because they do it easily. Swooping into range and starting to siphon.
Your grave awaits. How does that feel?
Body? Body.
You do not trust me. I understand. But we are more alike than that. We have both tasted what it is to be Nephilim. Join with me, and we can become the masters of this world.
I wish to save America. I will.
Alrighty. Now we're at the home stretch. Zoltan Cool has even less hit points than Magda. He's the least impressive boss of this act, really.
I don't have enough arcane power.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Black Soulstone.
I need to go back.
Now we have to... It's kind of nice that the two final bosses are one right after the other, but I hate this stupid mini event you have to do in the meantime. Saving the people.
We'll keep you safe.
It's a bonus objective, secondary objective. It's actually easier, better to do than to not do, because if the quicker you get it done, the quicker you can move on. Again, one of those things that just teaches you to speedrun a bit, because you can sit and kill demons all day long, but you want to get these people out of here.
Watch out. Keep the people away from those fireballs. Save yourself. It's the end of the world. I have nowhere to hide. You have brought the Seraph down upon us.
Luckily I've done enough that I have a bit of a system where I can usually get pretty much everybody in 2 goes.
It's safe down in the sewers. Now to the gates. We have no time to lose.
Oh, my dog loves scrubbing up the money they give.
Now, Mia, use your power.
And this part is actually super duper easy. Just like running away from it was, running back in isn't that much worse. Even though they have those bits of green flame now.
That sorcerer's illusion blocks our path. Kill him.
Home free. These guys aren't going to do much more than annoy me. I think I have to kill all these guys near here to get in.
I'm badly wounded. Need more arcane power. Again, daughter.
They didn't even kill me.
It is up to you.
Okay, Belial. He's actually one of the harder bosses in the game as far as I'm concerned. Depending on just how his AI goes. On some Torment difficulties he seems to do nothing but send out his pools of destruction, which are the real single deadly thing in there, and if he just does that constantly, he can kill you real easy and it's hard to damage him enough. But if he goes through his regular patterns, he's not intimidating at all. He's also the only boss who's really multiple phases. He has 3. He has minions, this form, and then his true form.
I need arcane power.
My damage is so enormous. He goes down pretty quickly. Those meteors especially. And this is the part that's crappy. Ooh. Yeah, proper blast can just kill you outright.
Need more arcane power.
I've got him. Piece of cake!
I am returning to town.
Back in camp and on to Act 3. Alrighty, that'll be next time. Okay, thanks for watching everyone, and next time we'll do Act 3.